Hello, race fans. We welcome you here to Daytona Beach, Florida, with an overcast sky and sandy beaches as they greet us for the first race of the Right Lane Cup Series season number 3 here at Daytona International Speedway. An LCQ-style race where 10 laps, where our 24 drivers will try to make it into the main event, the Clash, here at Daytona International Speedway, but only to the top 5 will make it. I'm joined today with a special guest. We have Derek Hamill, driver of the number 98 5-hour Energy Honda Civic. Derek, thank you for joining me, and tell me, why do these drivers want to make this main event so badly?
Well, we're coming into the Clash. This opens up season. All that's on the money, or on the line, is money and pride. And let me tell you, all these cats down there waiting in their cars for this green flag, they are gonna be rearing their heads to try to get that money and for the pride of being a potential winner of the Clash.
Oh, absolutely. And we got a few storylines coming into this event. New teams, new places. Several new drivers have entered the field. This has brought the field up to 24. Only full-time drivers were allowed to attempt this. However, there are pole sitters that were part-time last season. They are in the Clash. Champions also in the Clash, and now everybody else is going to be racing for 10 laps. I'm sure this will be an exciting race, so we're going to go around to the grid and tell you our starting lineup. Qualifying was set by a random draw. We have Angel Gutierrez starting on pole as a result, with the number 7 of Stanley Andrews to his outside. The next row behind them is the number 31 of Justin Henley, Crossroads Racing, and then number 24 of Samuel England for Spa.
The number 35 machine of Wyatt Junkman, and the number 4 of RJ Bishop for Bishop Family Racing.
Then we have a new team, the number 29 of Andrew Thomas. He'll be in the next row with the number 41 of Nick Gunther. They will round out row number 4.
In row number 5, we have Alexander Rowe at number 10 and Ryan Griffin at number 1 machine.
Cody Lamas is a new driver, a local guy from Florida. He'll be in the 48 for Fitzwater Australia Racing with the 5 of Peter Onjak in row number 6.
In the next row, multi-time winner last season, Henry Thomas, and then the 16 machine of Ben McDonald.
Luke Evans moves to the number 99 for the Honda factory team. Then he has Jesse Turner to his outside in number 94.
The number 66 Aaron Street machine, Stephen Colon for Honda Racing Enterprises, and to his outside, the number 30 Alex San Mateo.
Daniel Voles will make his second Clash appearance with the number 15 of Taylor Frey to his outside. That is the second Dodge in this field.
And then you have number 67 Jasper Racing Dodge of Carson Green to his outside, Zachary Potts of the Federated Racing Ventures.
And rounding out this field, we have Alexander Phoenix, a winner here before, with Luke Evans, or with Tim Fiegels, Luke Evans' replacement in the 43. That is your 24 cars that will start this race. We're going to go ahead and go down to trackside and get your command to fire engines and start the race. And the pace car pulls away. There is our field beginning to roll off. Stanley Andrews and Angel Gutierrez. Gutierrez is the new sponsor in Kodak Film this season. Stanley Andrews and Little Falls Motorsports welcome Taco Bell onto their car. A lot of new faces, a lot of the same faces as well in different places. I'm sure these 24 drivers are ready and raring, but the top 5 spots are all that matters because those are the spots that will get you into the main event. Hamill, do you expect we'll see a lot of very ballsy moves here early on? Do you think they're all going to try to take care of each other and get to the very end?
I have a feeling we're going to see some moves, maybe some daring moves later into this 10-lap event. Maybe we watch around lap 7 or 8 for people to start getting antsy and try to move their way up the field.
We'll find out. The pace car is pulled in. Gutierrez and the 7 of Stanley Andrews bring us down. The green flag is out, and the Right Lane Cup Series Season 3 is underway. Two by two going into turn number 1. Not anymore. Wyatt Junkman, the rookie, to 3 wide into turn number 1.
Junkman was that 3 wide move, very aggressive on that number 31 machine. He has help from Andrew Thomas in that Scooby-Doo machine for Maple Leaf Motorsports.
Thomas making his first start in a national car, a local short track driver. He is making a very good start. The 35 is not done, though. Junkman to the inside of Gutierrez. He's going to try to take the lead going into turn number 3.
Look at the car, 4th on the inside. That is rookie Cody Lamas, Florida native, He's trying to get into this race very early on.
Trying to get himself into position. Hamill coming back to the line to complete lap number 1. Wyatt Junkman for All In Racing, that Xerox Pontiac. He's going to lead the first lap. That team is aligned closely with MB2 Motorsports. They have all 3 of their cars in this event. What a story that would be if they could get them plus their aligned car into the main event.
We talk about MB2 Motorsports. You have Henry Thomas's cousin Andrew in number 29 machine, a team that's working closely with my own. He has help from, look at that, an MB2 Motorsports entry in Alexander Rowe.
Cody Lamas trying to go to the inside. Here comes Cody Lamas, the rookie. Try to cut his teeth in that Lowe's Ford for Fitzwater Australia Racing. Here comes Henry Thomas, another MB2 driver. He's on the inside line, trying to push 3 wide. Look at this scramble coming back into the tri-oval.
Oh, man, they're here in the dinner bell already. It's only lap 3, man.
Absolutely. They know they have to get up here soon, but they also have to be very careful. A big wreck could happen, and if that were to happen, it's a very good chance this race could end under caution, especially the later we get into this event. Lamas to the inside. He is going to attack Andrew Thomas. Thomas blocks Junkman on the outside line.
We got some cars losing the draft back in the pack, but never mind that. We have a 3 abreast battle up front.
Do you think, Hamill, that they're trying to ride it out in the back, in case something would happen?
Potentially, I could see that being a strategy here.
You see that because that is the 43 Tim Fiegler rookie. He is running the back of the pack with Zachary Ponce. Of course, several of these drivers are also running using this car, and they plan on using this in the 500, so they could also possibly trying to save their best car for the 500.
I can comment on that because I know the 99 team of Luke Evans, that is their Daytona 500 car. I would hate for the guys back in the shop to have to make a slapdash repair for this thing.
Oh, absolutely, because you spend months of preparation on these race cars, months of anticipation. You try to bring the best you can down here because it's the Daytona 500, but you also have a big chance to win a big cash prize as well. And so you bring that car. Why would you bring a car down here, Hamill, if you're going to run it in this race and the 500, why would you bring your 500 car here?
Well, I mean, with some of our teams, we don't have the capacity to have multiple cars for some of our teams. And speaking of multiple cars, look at Stephen Colon trying to get to the lead. Look at him go in the old Aaron Street machine.
Stephen Colon has been with backmarker teams his entire career in the Right Lane Cup Series. He started in the number 19 car. When that team folded near the end of season 1, he ended up with American Racing Equipment, the number 50 last season. Hamill and Co. and the Honda factory team picked him up, and now he is bringing that Aaron's Dream machine to life. He's up here in the top 5. The Thomas cousins are on the outside with Lamas. 3 wide for the race lead. Coming back, we're halfway in this LCQ.
Look at that 3 abreast for a lead. You have Henley pushing his fellow Honda.
Yes, and
you have Nick.
That's a new thing. That's a new thing that's happened this year for Crossroads Racing. They are now aligned with the Honda factory team. Henley coming up through the middle. The 3, the 30, and the 31 are all now aligned with Honda Racing. They receive engines and technical support from the Honda factory team. Another new alliance and new make change. There's the 41 and the 4. That was the Bishop Family Racing team from last season, the 78. Has turned into the 4, and the 41 is a new second car. They are aligned with Breeding Enterprises, who has their own cars in this event. I believe Ben McDonald's the only one. All of them trying to make their way to the front. Gunther, a rookie, moving forward very fast. He's up into the top 3.
There you see that Procore Toyota of Nick Gunther being pushed by the number 30, Alex San Mateo, who's in turn pushed by Jasper Racing Dodge of Carson Green.
Carson Green, he started last season. He was with the 58 team, the Jeff Bolton run team, and then that team kindly died off midway through the season. Green bought some used those owners' points. He bought a few Dodges from Anjato, and now he is up here trying to make his way into the Clash. They started their own engine program with Jasper, and now they are running into the top half dozen. They're trying to get into the top 5. They're trying to push around Luke Evans in that 99.
But meanwhile, up front, it's still the old Aaron Street machine of Stephen Colon. No changes throughout the top 5 as it stands. Here comes Nick Gunther run into 1 and 2.
Cologne tried the block. Henry Thomas into turn one. That'll open the door for Gunther and the 31 of Justin Henley. What a story that would be for Justin Henley, who DNQ'd the Daytona 500 last season in the number 31. He is trying to make this race, and we're coming back to 2 laps to go. Look at that. He's got a teammate to the inside. Could this be a boon for Crossroads Racing? Henley looking to the inside, coming out of turn number 4.
Coming down to the front straightaway and into the tri-oval. Cologne has the help on the top side. Gunther has the help on the inside. Thomas looks 3 wide, trying to get past Cologne.
2 laps to go here in the LCQ for the shootout. Henley trying to play middle. He gets put to the middle by his own teammate. Sanvatale backs off, checks up the inside line. Here comes Henry Thomas back. He's trying to get up to Stephen Cologne. Side by side down the back straightaway for the lead.
Down Daytona super stretch. Sanvatale made a mistake. You do not let anybody in, even if they're your teammate this late in the race.
Thomas to the inside line. He comes back with Justin Henley. They are going to leave the Aaron's Dream Machine all by themselves. Cologne only has a teammate in the 99. Coming around, we're going to take the white flag. Coming around, it's going to be Nick Gunther, Henley, Thomas, Cologne, and Sanvatale are your top 5. White flag, 1 lap to go here in the shootout.
Imagine what Nick Gunther's thinking right now in his right lane Cup Series competition debut. He is leading. He's about to he could potentially get himself into the clash.
But here comes Henry Thomas. Gunther left the inside open. Thomas is going to shove that M&M's Pontiac to the inside. He's got a teammate way in the back, but coming down the back straightaway for the final time. They are 2 by 2. It looks like the start of this race. Will anybody make a move?
2 by 2 throughout the entire field. Gunther edge of the head down to super stretch into 3 and 4 for the final time.
Cologne shoves it 3. He couldn't make it stick. It's going to be Thomas and Gunther to decide it. Coming out of turn number 4, Thomas has a charge. Here comes Gunther back on the outside line. It's going to be a drag race, but no, it's going to be the 41. Nick Gunther wins the shootout here for the clash. Henry Thomas gets a 2nd spot. Then we have the 31, Justin Henley. Alex Sanvatale is in 3rd, but Stephen Cologne will take the final spot. Luke Evans, this is his old car. That's Tim Fiegel. Fiegel was the first car out, the rookie. Several other drivers. Luke Evans, Stephen Cologne, Alexander Phoenix were so close. RJ Bishop got in that outside line. He couldn't get it going, and then Andrew Gutierrez was the last car to make it. Was the last car out. But the top 5, there is your top 5. The 41, the 36, the 31, the 66, and the 30. They will be making the main event. They are going to be transferring to the main event here, which will start directly. And Hamill, what did you think, that prelude for the main event?
Oh, it gives me some hope, man. I'll tell you what. You seen the Hondas running up front. Even though I'm only going to have one friend in the race, but hey. What happens. How about Nick Gunther, man? His debut. Winning on debut. And he's out here. He's going to be racing with the best of us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching this LCQ. We'll get your starting lineup down here in shortly. And Hamill, I know you got to get down to pit road and get ready for the main event. Good luck to you. And we'll see you all here in a second. But we're going to go ahead and get your starting lineup for the main clash here at Daytona. The results of the random draw have come in. Henry Thomas will be on the pole. To his outside in row number 1 is Joseph Shrigley in the 63 car. Major Robinson will be in row 2 with Jeffrey Finguy in the 92. Zachary Fitzwater will be in row number 3 with Stephen Cologne, who just made it in from the LCQ. Then it's the 75 of Julio Cesar in row 4 with Luke Martin, last year's Rookie of the Year, to his outside. Ryan Reed, Caesar's teammate, will be in row number 5 with Nick Gunther, who just won the LCQ. They will be in the 9th and 10th positions. Vince Freeze, Season 1's champion and Daytona winner, will be in the 11th spot with Nick Breeding, last year's Bristol winner. He will be in 12th. Row number 7 will be Logan Cloud, who is starting on the inside with James Ellison his outside. Charles Sanford is next with Derek Hamill. Lane Sanders is there with the 31 of Justin Henley. Wayne Hovick, last year's pole sitter at Talladega, will be in the next row with DJ Curtis. Then it's Alex Sanvatale with Aiden Smith. And last, but certainly not least, is last year's champion, Griffin Lapel McDermott. That is your starting grid for the clash here at Daytona. We're going to go ahead and go trackside and get the command to fire the engines and get this clash underway. And Henry Thomas, we saw he got the pole in the random draw with Joseph Shrigley, who was outside line. Henry Thomas, a multi-time winner last year. He's going to try to add the Clash to his resume of wins. Joseph Shrigley, we saw he had a little bit of an issue getting going. He's going to get going with the rest of the field. Many of these drivers, several of them were in the Clash last year. Came close, including Jeffrey Finguy. Zachary Fitzwater, I believe, was in the Clash last year as well. Major Robinson, this is his first Clash appearance with Joseph Shrigley. A lot of hungry drivers. We spoke to Derek Hamill earlier, and he agreed that the biggest thing that these guys will want is the cash payout and the glory that goes with it. Here we come down the short chute. The pace car will pull on the pit road. Henry Thomas and Joseph Shrigley are going to bring us down to the green flag. The green flag is out. We are racing here for the Clash of Daytona. Heading down into turn number 1 for the first time. Thomas and Shrigley are side by side. The help is about even in the 2 lanes. Spread out. They're kind of spread out a little bit coming onto the back straightaway for the first time. Thomas pulls ahead. Major Robinson is going to pull side by side with Joseph Shrigley down the back straightaway. Fitzwater is going to jump back. Finguy falls side by side with a 75. The 57 of Ryan Reed is here. That's 2 of the Little Falls Motorsports Dodges. They are going to pull right up to the front. Single file for the top 4 spots now. But Henry Thomas and the M&M's Pontiac for MB2 Motorsports is going to come around and lead lap number 1 here at Daytona in the Clash. Fitzwater leads Robinson. Fitzwater, here comes the 75 of Julio Caesar. He's probably going to have this 57 of Ryan Reed with him. Those 2 teammates. Then you have Vince Freeze, Season 1's champion and Season 1's Daytona winner, is right here in the draft. The top 6 now single file. Caesar's going to try to leapfrog the 20 going into turn number 3. He's going to get there. The 57 is going to pull right down with his teammate. The 9 of Vince Freeze is going to stay with him. Joseph Shrigley has finally gotten in line with Nick Gunther, the open winner. Side by side behind him, a couple of Fords. It's Logan Cloud and Jeffrey Finguy. That will round out your top 10. Looking back through the field, there's Stephen Colon. He's got James Ellison in the Amtrak Honda with Lane Sanders in a special Haviland scheme promoting the newest Star Wars film that will come out. There's Luke Martin, last year's Rookie of the Year. Derek Hamill, we spoke to him at the start of the race. He's got a teammate. He's got an Alliance teammate behind him. That is Justin Henley in the 31, passing a pair of Toyotas. That's a pair of Breeding Enterprises cars. Nick Breeding, Charles Sanford, Griffin Leifel McDermott, last year's champion. Started deep in the field. Now he is going to pull forward. But coming back around, we've got a new leader, and it's the 75 of Julio Caesar. Caesar has got a rocket ship. He and his teammate Ryan Reed pulled right up to the front. They got together, and now Caesar's leading the field around, going back into turn 1 on lap number 4. Thomas and Freeze are now single file with Caesar. That's the top 3, and then it's double file through the rest of the pack. Everybody is in this giant pack. And how about this for Julio Caesar? He's backing up a little bit to the 36. Here comes Henry Thomas back to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead away. He thinks better of it. He's going to get back in line. The top 4 now single file. What can Reed do to get up to his teammate? He goes to the inside. Freeze throws the block. Thomas gets stuck on the outside line. Side by side for second spot. Caesar goes with Freeze. Gunther and Robinson are still side by side for the 5th spot. That's going to allow Julio Caesar to get a little bit of a gap here. Down the back straightaway. A lot of very good racing. A lot of mean blocks as well we've seen early on in this race. We're already a quarter of the way through the event. Top 2 single file, and then it's double file through the rest of the grid. It's Julio Caesar and Vince Freeze. Freeze knows how to win here at Daytona. He won the Season 1 race, as we mentioned. And now he is sizing up to 75. That Bill Submarine's Dodge Challenger. Dodge, that is a big storyline coming into this year. Dodge and moved away from the Charger body. They are now using the Challenger as their car of choice. And you see, it seems to be benefiting them very well, especially for the Little Falls team. First and fourth. Gunther moving to the inside of the 57 of Ryan Reed. Henry Thomas went after Vince Freeze in the 9. He's going to get back in line. That's the thing about these cars now with the new aero package that we brought to the super speedways. It's very hard to build a run. You pull out a line, there's a very good chance that you stall it. And we saw it there with Henry Thomas. You have to have a good run to be able to move forward. And the top 3 have now pulled away from the rest of the field. Nick Gunther in the 41. Very strong Toyota Camry under his belt. He's going to try to pull in the line. It's going to be the top 4 single file. Then it's a double file. James Ellison has moved forward into the 5th spot, fighting Ryan Reed, Lane Sanders, Stephen Colon on the inside line. There's your champion, Griffin Lapel McDermott. He is trying to break into the top 10. Coming back around, you see Freeze got kicked to the outside line by the 36 of Henry Thomas. Thomas finally got around him. Lap number 8 is complete. We're on lap number 9. Thomas now behind the 75. What can Nick Gunther do? The rookie out of the RJ Bishop camp. He's got James Ellison and Lane Sanders behind him. Sanders very adapted at super speedway racing. At Daytona, he has the best average finish of 3rd place. Can he try and win this race? Here comes the 36 of Henry Thomas. Thomas goes to the inside line. He's going to try to take the lead away from the 75, and he's going to. New leader at Daytona, it's going to be Henry Thomas. Nick Gunther in the 41 is right behind him with James Ellison, Lane Sanders, and Stephen Colon. That is the whole inside line. Then you have the 75. He's got no help. Now he's got help. Nick Gunther pulled up in front of him trying to block. Ellison shoved his Amtrak Honda to the inside with Lane Sanders. They are all going to try to make a run at Henry Thomas. We'll see how this works, though, because we saw how difficult it was to build runs. Thomas is going to try to get in the draft of the 36. Will he block Lane Sanders going into turn 3? Now they are single file. It's Thomas, Ellison, and Sanders coming back around. It will be on lap number 10. Ellison is now getting a push from Lane Sanders, but I think it's the wrong part of the track to do it. You might want to do it at the end of the back straightaway if you're going to try to make a run. Ellison stays in line with Sanders. Colon looking a little lower. Maybe he's looking into making a run. He's got a run with the 22 of Griffin Lapel McDermott. The top 6 single file now. GLM was tired of waiting. He's going to try to get past the Aaron's Dream Machine. Here comes Lane Sanders to the inside. He took advantage of the 3 backing up. He's going to try to take the 2nd spot away. Sanders, will he clear Ellison out of turn number 4? I believe he is going to move Sanders to the 2nd spot. He is now behind a former Alliance teammate. Mind you, Sanders Performance Autosports, another manufacturer change in this field. They were Pontiacs last season, and now they've moved to Chevrolets. Sanders with his teammates Aiden Smith, Samuel England, who missed the race, and Christian Vargas in the 39, who moves over from Revolution Racing, will be driving the 39 car as the 4th Spa car. Meanwhile, up front, Henry Thomas has been able to hold steady pace now. We're halfway through this event. With Griffin Lapel McDermott, your champion, is now into the 3rd spot. He's got Vince Freeze behind him with Ellison. Charles Sanford has moved forward. How about this for Charles Sanford? You see GLM ducked under Lane Sanders. He crossed him up. And now he's going to go for the second spot. I'm sure these two champions are going to work together. A pair of Fords over a Chevrolet. No, Freeze stays on the outside line with Lane Sanders. This should help Sanders build a run. Freeze now alongside the 22. Sanders now gets back to the second spot. Charles Sanford is going to move into the top 5. The 19, we were talking about him, had a pretty bad season last year. Breeding Enterprises chose to keep him on board. Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch now promoting their Budweiser brand this week. And Sanford hoping to have a good car. We spoke to him before. We spoke to him this morning, and Sanford was very optimistic about Breeding Enterprises' plate package. They said during the winter testing it felt very good. They felt the car was very comfortable in the draft. They hope that it really works out come the 500. Now he doesn't have to worry about making the race because Sanford is locked in on points. And you see he's going to help Griffin Lapel McDermott around Lane Sanders. Sanders I don't think can fight this. GLM to second. That should get Charles Sanford the third. Freeze, the Iceman, is now helping Lane Sanders. He's going to jump to the outside of Charles Sanford. That's going to bring Ellison up with Justin Henley. A pair of Crossroads Racing cars now on the outside line. Crossroads Racing got all 3 of their full-time guys into this event. And now they seem to be running different strategies. Because these guys are here, and the 30 car, our rookie Alex Sanvatale is back here as we're running in the back of the field. Sanfatale came over the radio a couple of laps ago, said he's going to run in the back, try to stay out of any trouble. We thought we were going to see some trouble early on in the open, but they were able to keep it clean. Coming back around, it is lap number 15. We have 6 laps to go in this race. Shot for a big check, shot for a lot of glory. Sanders still by himself, but he's holding that outside line very well. What can GLM do? Can he get up to the back bumper of Henry Thomas? He's drafting up behind the 36. Charles Sanford, what will Sanford do? Sanders alongside the Budweiser Toyota going into turn number 3. And he's likely going to lose that spot. Stephen Colon had a very good car in the open. He's showing that he's got a very good car here. Likewise, the 41 of Nick Gunther. The rookie in the Pro Core Toyota, he has a lot of Alliance teammates because, as we said in the open, that car is aligned with Breeding Enterprises. So he's going to try to get up here and help his teammates. Speaking of, here comes Charles Sanford. He's going to go to the inside of the 22, try to take the second spot away. And if these guys, I'm sure these guys are beginning to realize, if they're not able to get in a line, they're never going to pass Henry Thomas. GLM's got to run down the back straightaway. Sanford blocks Sanders. Stephen Colon moves to the inside line. He's going to get in the 4th. If GLM can back up to Sanford and Colon without them trying to pass him, they might be able to get a shot coming back around. It's going to be 4 laps to go here at Daytona. Thomas, GLM, Sanford, Colon, Sanders is your top 5. Colon to the inside of Sanford. Sanford tried to shut the door. Colon stuck it in there. That's going to stack those two up. GLM's going to lose his momentum on Henry Thomas. Coming down the back straightaway. GLM is sticking with Thomas. Is he trying to wait and time his move to the last lap? Or will it be spoiled by other people? We've seen that happen before. For example, last year, Jeffrey Finguy, on the last lap of the Daytona 500, he was setting up a move on Alexander Rowe, the rookie. Lane Sanders took that away from him, ducked to his inside, took all his momentum, such as Sanford is doing here to GLM. Took all his momentum, and Finguy ended up losing the 500 to Alexander Rowe. That was his first and only win of the Right Lane Cup Series thus far. GLM is going to struggle to get in line. Colon shoved his Aaron's Dream Machine in there to 3rd. GLM falls back to 4th. He's going to try to get in line. Gunther, the rookie, is in 5th. With Julio Caesar, he's brought his Build Submarines Dodge back to the front. He ducks it to the inside of Nick Gunther. Derek Hamill has moved up into the top 10 with Logan Cloud. Those two have been very quiet all speed weeks. This entire race, they have been incredibly quiet. They're now trying to make a charge. GLM is getting back a Cologne for putting them out. 2 to go here in the clash. Sanford and Henry Thomas are your top two. Sanford is all over the back bumper. He's trying to bump draft him. Here goes Charles Sanford trying to make a move to the inside for the race lead and the win. He stalled out. He didn't have any help behind him. Will GLM give him that help? It's stuck side by side behind him. Here comes GLM. He's trying to get his second spot back. He's not going to help Sanford get back up to Thomas. All Henry Thomas can do is grin out his rear view mirror because this is putting a lot of gaps between him and the rest of the field. Coming back around, we're coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the clash. Henry Thomas, GLM, Caesar, Hamill, and Sanford. That is your top 5. Caesar is pushing. That is his boss in front of him. A part boss, I might say. Single file for the top 5. Coming down the back straightaway for the final time here in Daytona in the clash. This is one chance GLM has. Will he take it? He's building a run. Caesar goes to the inside. He's going to try to run that to Henry Thomas. Through 3 and 4, Caesar is going to get to second. GLM's going to block Hamill. Hamill shoves it in there. GLM blocks. Henry Thomas, Pontiac, M&M's, and MB2 Motorsports are going to win the Season 3 clash here at Daytona, leading the most laps. Caesar is second, GLM third, with Derek Hamill and Stephen Clone, a pair of Honda teammates, rounding out your top 5. It's Charles Sanford, Logan Cloud, Lane Sanders, his teammate Aiden Smith, Nick Gunther, the rookie, after an impressive run, will get a 10th place finish. How about that for Henry Thomas? Thomas ran this race very smart, and he will be heading to victory lane. I'm sure everybody's going to be on that team is going to be very happy to see him. Well, congratulations to Henry Thomas, MB2 Motorsports, the Mars Corporation with M&M's, and Pontiac on their great win today, as Thomas will be turning down and heading off to victory lane. Thank you all so much for watching this amazing race here at the Clash at Daytona. Be sure to check out later this week for the Daytona, the duels, and the Daytona 500. That will come out next week. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all later. Goodbye.